What's up guys, Joe here, welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with more PCM 2020, and today we have the Tour of Poland. Very excited to be back in the swing of World Tour races right now. We've of course had the Route Occitanie recently, which Egan Bernal won, Sivakov as well, looking super strong, and yeah, so good to have cycling back in our lives. And the Tour of Poland today should be a very interesting race. However, of course, due to the coronavirus, we are 2 stages short this year, so we will be riding just 5 stages. You can see them right here. Really, stage 3 and 4 are the main GC days. Other than that, we mainly have sprinter stages. First though, taking a very quick look at the start list, I've sorted by team evaluation, and Bora Hansgrohe have the strongest team according to PCM. The likes of Schachmann, Micah, Conrad for the GC. We have Trek here. Quick stepper here with, of course, the man, the myth, Remco Evenepoel. This man unbeatable, it seems. We have Carapaz, Fulsang, Simon Yates, also Esteban Chavez is here. Lotto-Soudal. We have Groenewegen here for Jumbo-Visma. CCC, of course, at their home race. But I'll quickly scroll through, taking a very quick look at everyone's squads for this race. And so I have decided to take Lotto-Soudal at this race. First things first, you can see a very nice team. We have the likes of Thomas de Gent, John Degenkolb, who will be our sprinter, not the strongest sprinter at the race, but a very good rider nonetheless. We also have Tim Wellens, who did win this race, I think, in 2016, so just a few years ago. Hopefully, we can repeat that with him and win the GC with Tim Wellens. But in addition to that, the main reason I have chosen Lotto-Soudal is because, of course, we all know very sadly, Björg Lambrecht did pass away at this race riding for Lotto-Soudal last season. So I know the team really are remembering Björg Lambrecht at the race this year in real life. So we're going to do that as well by choosing Lotto-Soudal, and hopefully the team can perform really well here. Okay then guys, stage 1, and you can see pretty much a flat stage. We do have a few intermediate sprints. Groenewegen, the big favourite, also Akman, Jakobsen, those really the big 3 sprinters at the race. Hopefully we can fight for a top 5, maybe even a podium with big John Degenkolb today. So we get underway here in Poland, and I would quite like to get Tomasz Marcinski in today's breakaway, but you can see some way towards the back of the peloton, and we already have some attacks, so it could be difficult. However, you can see Ballerini pacing right here. I do expect the big sprinters teams to try and close that gap before this first intermediate sprint. So we are now approaching this second intermediate sprint on the day. You can see 4 riders in the breakaway, including our own Tomasz Marcinski. We have Scully, Alan Banaszak and Quinn Simmons up the road as well. Anyhow, let's now up the tempo up to 99. We're going to lead things out uphill into this intermediate sprint, and it seems we're much faster than Scully on this occasion, and we do take those points pretty comfortably right there. Oh boy, big moment in our race right here, because 3 riders from our team, including Degenkolb and de Gent, have gone down. We have Carapaz in this group as well. And I think I will pace at 84 because obviously we want Degenkolb back in, but Yates, Carapaz, I think I saw Dunbar as well, some very good riders in this group behind. Those teams will do the work for us, I think. So the breakaway have been working pretty well together, but coming towards this intermediate sprint, I will take the wheel of Quinn Simmons. He's leaving it very late though, and so have we, so has everyone, and that allows the best sprinter in this group, Alan Banaszak, to take those points. So the KOM sprints coming up next, and you can see they're not So the KOM sprints coming up next, they're not very steep on this occasion, but for now we're following Quinn Simmons. There are some attacks going on in this breakaway, and I think this is a really good chance at a jersey early in this race. Quinn Simmons though attacking away. We can't really stay with the American as we come towards the line. We'll go up to 99, maybe attack right now, maybe early, but we're gonna take those points. All the other riders in that break tried to attack away, but we held on and take all 3 points. Okay, so again, Quinn Simmons attacking very early ahead of this KOM sprint. Still 6.5k to go. I'm going to try and pace myself, go 75. Banashek and Scully not really working with me for now, which is a shame, and the peloton really chasing hard, so no chance for the stage. Our best hope with Marcinski is that KOM jersey. Can we catch Quinn Simmons though? That is the big question. Okay, so 3k to go ahead of this KOM sprint, the final KOM sprint today, and Quinn Simmons just up the road, 2k to go for him, and he has now been caught. Shall I try and attack? In fact, we'll probably sit up a little bit. 1k to go right now. The others are attacking. I'll now attack as well with Marcinski. Can we take the points on the left-hand side of the road? And we actually get second there. So beaten by Scully, who has 60 hill. Not the best performance by me. We'll try and relay with him at 60, but does seem very likely that the peloton are about to catch us. Let's concentrate on John Degenkolb now. Okay then, 9k to go in this stage, and you can see it's quite a technical finish with quite a few short hills. It is that circuit we've been racing on over that KOM sprint section. Dibben on the front on 92. We can probably use Roger Kluger's energy gel. The field quite stretched out, but Tim Wellens still in a pretty good position, I believe. We'll maybe try and follow someone like Pascal Ackermann with Tim Wellens just to try and keep him in a good position, but Jonathan Dibben putting John Degenkolb in a fantastic position right now. I think Kluger can now go up to 90. Dibben is now done for the day. Wellens though, on a decent wheel. We'll try and grab Ryan Gibbons' wheel maybe. Maybe that was the wrong decision. We'll try and get on Groenewegen if possible into the final 2.5 kilometers. Energy gel, way too late on John Degenkolb. We're trying to hold our sprints with Kluger until the end of this hill. We're trying to go right now with John Degenkolb. Let's go right now with Degenkolb. Can we sprint for the line? I think we've gone too late, and yes we have. It's going to be Pascal Ackermann today ahead of Jakobsen. Not a good sprint by me. I think we'll get 6th in the end right there. Not a good performance, I'm afraid. On to stage 2 then, and definitely a chance for redemption today for big John Degenkolb. Another sprinter stage coming up. Let's see how it goes. So sadly for us, the breakaway king, Thomas again, not on the best day. And of course, Marcinski on a +2 day, and now in that KOM jersey. We will try an attack off the front with that second cat climb coming up to try and protect this jersey. Okay then, so 5k to go until the crest of this mountain sprint right here. You can see the riders in this group with us. Marcinski gonna do his best to protect this jersey, and we do have 2.5 minutes on the peloton, so nothing to worry about in that regard for now. So 2 riders for Movistar does put us in a little bit of a pressure situation. They could have sent one of these guys up the road and then maybe relied on us to do the chasing, but Masbonnet will be the first man to attack. I'll try and grab his wheel rather than his teammate still with 800 meters left. In this climb, we'll try and come past the Spaniard right now with Marcinski getting squeezed on the inside line, but Marcinski on fantastic form today. He takes those points and looking very good now in the mountain jersey. So I'm not too worried about these intermediate sprint points, and Masbonnet is the best sprinter in this group. However, I'll try and come past all of these guys into the final kilometer, but Masbonnet does get the better of us on this occasion. So 15k to go in this stage. We are now on the finishing circuit. A little preview of the finish line right there, and we will be caught with Marcinski, so worth sitting up with him for now. Dibben again trying to put Kluger and Degenkolb in a good position. So 9.5k to go in this stage. Dibben doing a very good job yet again, putting us right alongside the Jumbo-Visma train to our left. We have Ackermann a bit further to the left. It seems Fabio Jakobsen not opting for a train on this occasion and sitting on his competitor's wheels. I may try and follow someone with Tim Wellens. Can we maybe try and follow Sajnok right there, the Polish guy for CCC? He's a decent sprinter. I'll sit on his wheel with Tim Wellens, and Dibben can now go up to probably 99. I've used the energy gels a little late potentially, as we have a full including Mark Cavendish further behind. It's all going on in the finish of this stage here in Poland, but Dibben probably is done. Right now we're going 99 with Roger Kluger, but we're blocked off by our own teammate. That is far from ideal. I'm going to sprint a little early to try and make up for it with Degenkolb. We'll sprint with everyone else. Degenkolb, can he take it? We're not going to. We were blocked off horrible sprint again, and Groenewegen takes this one with ease. You can see, guys, I'm really lacking match practice when it comes to PCM. Roger Kluge getting 6th and Degenkolb outside the top 10 today. All right then, so we get into really the first of the 2 GC days at this season's Tour of Poland. Next, you can see Schachmann, Fusang and Stuyven are the favourites. Our boy Tim Wellens is here. Let's see what we can do. So sadly for us, Marcinski in pink, but on a -4 day, so it looks very unlikely he'll be in the KOM jersey at the end of this stage with so many points available. So I'll relay with Marcinski for a bit on the front because the breakaway king, Thomas De Gendt, is going to try and get in today's breakaway, maybe Stef Kras as well. So I have now put in an attack with Thomas De Gendt, unable to get Stef Kras up the road for now. You can see Cavendish and Mezgec on the front have sat up, so De Gendt will be allowed in today's breakaway. Very dangerous news for the peloton, but we do need to catch these guys first. So he's very tired, but De Gendt does join up with Prades, Quinn Simmons and Ben King at the front of the race. So 4 very decent riders, I would say. 2 minutes on the peloton for them at the moment. So we have now been joined with Kirsch and Nielsen Paulus up front with Thomas De Gendt, and you can see we're still struggling so much for stamina, and the peloton really aren't too far behind. We'll try and pace our way up this really steep climb and try and catch those guys towards the top. So 500 meters left, and Thomas De Gendt will take these points. Very nice stuff indeed. So sadly for us, guys, the peloton have just said no, it seems, to the breakaway. De Gendt still very tired, and 4k to go to this next KOM. I think we can try and hold on for those points, but no chance at the stage win today, that is for sure. However, towards the top of this climb, Thomas De Gendt showing what a strong rider he is, outclassing Quinn Simmons and the rest of those guys from the breakaway, and still we hold a 2-minute lead at the front of the race, more KOM points as well. So the pace is currently super high in the peloton. That is because we have had some splits on this downhill section, and quite a few riders have been caught out or just really don't have the power to stay with the tempo currently in the race. And De Gendt now just 30 seconds ahead. He may well be caught for the final climb, but 5k to go to a third first cat climb on the day. We may as well try and pace 85 with De Gendt again, try and extend our lead further in that competition. I think Wellens can now go up to 84, same with Kras, and we can put these guys to the front of this group. So to the back of this group, as you see right now, riders dropping out left, right and centre. My word, look at this, and De Gendt isn't going to be able to hold on, it seems, at the front before the top of this climb. My word, Degenkolb struggling to stay in this group on 85, will up him to 90. Kras can go 87, I think. And there you go, De Gendt is absolutely swallowed up. Look at the tempo currently in this group. This is crazy. Just 35 riders now over the top of this climb, and it seems even De Gendt is going to be dropped out the back. So 35 riders are all that are left in the main peloton. We still have some climbing to go, but we do have these intermediate sprints. I can see Ackermann still in this group. What a rise by Pascal Ackermann. I thought I could potentially try and steal a few of these sprint points with Tim Wellens. In fact, we will try that right now. We'll try and sprint off the front with Tim Wellens, maybe steal 2 seconds in the GC, and it seems we will do just that right there with Wellens. That is absolutely perfect. We can now drop back to this group behind, and Kluge can try and keep the tempo high. So next up we have the final real climb on today's stage. Of course, we do have those shorter, less steep hills, but this is the final really big effort today for the riders. De Gendt sat on the front on 90 effort right now, and we're trying to blow things up here. We may as well, because we have Kras and Tim Wellens on fantastic days, and almost certainly won't be on as good days in the next GC stage. So important to make the most of this today, and we're just trying to stay to the front of this group. I'm not sure we'll try and attack, but we may try and follow someone if they try and go off the front. So down to 26 riders as we now have Chavez, Patrick Conrad, finally Pascal Ackermann dropping out the back of this group. Brandon McNulty as well, the young talent from the US, and Stef Kras really struggling now. We're not going to have any attacks over the top, but importantly, we will still have Stef Kras in this group to help us out, and just 22 riders remain in the peloton. You can see as we lap some guys, Diego Ulisi setting a really fast tempo on the front this time around for Team UAE, but we have so much energy on this great day for Tim Wellens. I'm trying to reduce the numbers as much as possible just by pacing super hard over the top of this climb. Really hard to see with all these guys getting lapped though. Okay, so we have now had an attack. You may well have just seen it, but Maxi Schachmann trying an attack with about 11k to go, and I think if we can join the German up the roads on this climb, that would be absolutely brilliant. Of course, a super strong rider is Maxi Schachmann, as we have the likes of Yates coming to the front. Remco is here. Really difficult to see with so many riders getting lapped. But I think if we just pace 93 with Wellens as Schachmann trying to attack through these guys, yet again we have Fuglsang, Evenepoel and Carapaz right next to us, and I'll relay with these guys at maybe 85. Just two more riders. I think it's Dennis and Daryl Impey out the back right now, as we have one more ascent to the finish, but Maxi Schachmann holding a very small lead. So 4k to go in this stage of the Tour of Poland. We'll go up to maybe 80. We have Zakarin at the front of this group, but Maxi Schachmann may have pulled a fast one on us. We're going to have to go up to 88 with Tim Wellens. Can we maybe drop a few more guys to the line? Remco trying an attack up to Schachmann, as he's probably getting blocked by all of these guys who are getting laps. Schachmann is now caught. We're going to try and come through at 95. Ridiculous scenes as a gap opens up ahead of us. We'll sprint for the line with Tim Wellens, but Jasper Stuyven so strong to stay here to the line. We get second place with Tim Wellens and just 15 riders here in the final at the end. So Jasper Stuyven on fantastic form this race. He got third in the first stage, second on stage 2, and wins stage 3 ahead of Tim Wellens. So he still holds the GC lead right here. Tim Wellens though up to second place. Right then, the Queen stage of this year's Tour de Poland up next. Plenty of hills throughout. This should be a fun one. Here we go then, getting underway today, and sadly Thomas De Gendt is in that KOM jersey but on a -3 day as well, so we will try and get in the breakaway, of course, trying to protect that KOM jersey with De Gendt, but not on a good day at all here. So just 1k to go to the top of this first KOM sprint. We have Jeffrey Bouchard just ahead of us on the road. You can see Van der Horn will be caught, I think, by the peloton. I don't think we're going to beat Bouchard here. We will try and come past him, and we do actually beat the Frenchman, who is much more of a climber than Thomas De Gendt. So some very good points to kick off this stage. Quinn Simmons 16 points behind. He's going to try and get in the breakaway surely. Otherwise, we're going to be safe in that jersey. So unless I'm mistaken, if we take a look through this breakaway, we do have YouTube cycling legend Charles Planet, James Whelan in this group amongst others, but no Quinn Simmons, so I think we should be able to hold on to this jersey with a few more points today. So here we go, plenty of riders attacking up this climb. Again, I'm just going to try and pace myself. Maybe we'll try and go 90. Bouchard using a lot of energy. Rudy Millard, some very good punches in this breakaway. So it's going to be difficult to take really any meaningful points with De Gendt. But 800 meters left. The pace really does slow and we can punch in an attack. I don't think we're going to catch Paxcoo, obviously on his home soil. He knows these roads much better than most of the riders in this group. He takes first, but 8 more points for De Gendt. Into the final kilometre we go on this next KOM sprint, and to my surprise, no one able to come past De Gendt at this stage. Will sweep to the left hand side of the road, try and attack right now. James Pickley, the Canadian, is going to take these points ahead of us, but I think we can just about take second place. And yeah, we've won this jersey right now with De Gendt. However, behind we have a really hard tempo set by CCC and the Koenig Quickstep, obviously trying to set up their GC guys for maybe an attack later in the stage. So then riders dropping out of that breakaway all the time right now, and really a really hard tempo being set by the peloton, down to 106 riders for now. There's going to be more out the back as De Gendt trying to come to the front, maybe just trying to solidify his position in this KOM jersey. We're not going to pick up many points on this occasion, but we will stay towards the front of this breakaway for now, up to 66 points. You can see we have Legac, Mollard, Bouchard and James Pickley at the front. My word guys, 50k still to go in this stage. Pickley and Mollard, the only 2 riders left at the very front Wellens is struggling. I'm trying to put him on 60 just to recover just a little bit in this slight downhill section, but the pace is utterly insane so far today. So 17.5k to go. James Knox sat on the front for quick step, working for, of course, Remco Evenepoel. He'll be planning a move today, that is for sure. He's currently 6th in the GC, 21 seconds down, and Knox absolutely flying up this climb so far. Look at this. The likes of Simon Geschke just out the back. Rudy Millard from the breakaway. I think that's Casper Pedersen. Thomas again pretty much done. So is Kras. So Tim Wellens soon will be completely alone. 14.5k to go. Rowan Dennis takes it up on the front, but Ilnur Zakarin on the attack. Maxi Shackman will follow as well. I'm trying to get to the front of this group on 90 with Wellens, but you can see, guys, the pace absolutely crazy, but it does slow for now. Luckily for us, we'll go down to 80 as just 22 riders left in the front group. But now over the top, a big move this time by Jakob Fuglsang, and we're blocked off badly by Rowan Dennis. However, we do still stay in the main GC group, but Jakob Fuglsang is off the front solo, trying to go for the GC win. I think we can push the tempo probably to 85 on this climb just to try and stay with these guys. Dunbar and Knox are probably working for their teammates on the front. More riders constantly getting drops. Rui Costa from 3rd place in the GC out the back. I think that was Lucas Hamilton. My words, 9.5k to go. Wellens doing a good job to stay in this group as we now have the world champ Pedersen out the back. And we have a full, it's Dunbar Zakarin and Remco Evenepoel full right ahead of us. James Knox sits up and waits for his team leader, but what a moment in this race as Fuglsang still off the front. 9 riders left in this group behind, including the leader Stuyven, Keldman, Pauls, Carapaz, Yates. We have Vingegaard and Izagiri here as well. I cannot believe Remco has just fallen like that, but 4k to go. We're going to up this to maybe 85 for now with Wellens. Stuyven, I think, may lose the leader's jersey today. He's put in a valiant effort to try and stay with this group. But Jakob Fuglsang, what a ride by him. Carapaz has taken it up on the front. He must be feeling good today, and that is the moment. Jasper Stuyven has now cracked, and he will not be winning the Tour of Poland. 2k to go. We are just struggling to stay in this group with Wellens. Doing my best to stay here, as now even Simon Yates getting dropped. This race is absolutely crazy. Into the final kilometre we go. You can see more riders getting dropped. We're going to have to sprint at this stage. Maybe gone a little early, but Jakob Fuglsang, what a ride. He will win the Tour of Poland. I think Carapaz will be second. We're going to try and sprint in for third, but we'll get beaten on the line by Pauls, Keldman and Shackman. My words, what a stage. Of course, taking a look behind. Riders scattered across the road. Remco trying to make his way back up, but what an unlucky fall that was for Remco today. What a queen stage that was at the Tour of Poland. Fuglsang will win the GC if he doesn't fall. You can see Carapaz also goes into second. Pauls, Keldman and Shackman did drop us very slightly towards the end, so we dropped to 4th in the GC, just 1 second off the podium for now. We are also second in that sprint jersey. The Ghent does hold on to the KOM jersey, so a decent race all in all, but still looking for that elusive stage win. We got 2nd place in stage 4. Can we get it on stage 5? Let's see. So we're about midway through the final stage here in Poland. We have 6 riders in today's break, including 3 from Movistar, as we do have a full from the peloton. It seems just Mads Pedersen will go down. Let's see if he continues. He does indeed, but there is a small split that should come back on without any issues. But Degenkolb not on a good day. Hopefully we can challenge for the stage though. So 8k to go right now. We're still in a good position via Thomas Degent's wheel. I've put Wellens on Fuglsang's wheel. He should just keep him in a decent position. That's all he needs to do at this stage of the race. We're going to catch some back markers, it seems. Are we talking about F1 or cycling here with 6k to go in the stage? To Ghent, I think, can just sit at 95 for now. I think that was the finish line we just crossed as well. Let's put De Ghent up to, actually no, we'll keep him at 95. Wellens still in a very good position, just a few kilometers left here in Poland. We'll put Kluger up to 99 at this stage. Degenkolb sat on the front of the group. This is looking very, very good. We're in a fantastic position, but Kluger running short on red will go right now though with Degenkolb. Can we sprint past Ackermann and take the stage win? We're not going to be able to. Nowhere near in the end, and it was just a poor day doing it for us. It's going to be a very close finish up the road though, and I think Pascal Ackermann will take his second stage win of the race. It's the big three in front again, and Degenkolb only managing 7th. Very disappointing again from Big John. There we have it then, guys. Ackermann wins again here in Poland, his second win of the race, like I mentioned, but Jakob Fuglsang takes the overall GC ahead of Carapaz, and Wout Poels on the podium, a single second ahead of Tim Wellens. Thomas again takes the KOM classification with flying colours right there. Stuyven wins the points classification. We got, I think, 5th with Tim Wellens, and Vingegaard takes the young riders ahead of Remco because of his fall. Okay then, guys, that'll round out my playthrough of the Tour of Poland. Really hope you enjoyed it. That was a really fun race. Stage 4 in particular was really, really enjoyable. Sorry I didn't quite perform too good in the sprints. John Degenkolb, not the best sprinter these days, and yeah, I'm lacking match practice. I think I mentioned it earlier. Haven't played too much PCM recently, and it could probably be seen in this video. Anyhow, I do hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like on the video if you did. As always, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.